Hello and welcome. My name is Jill Turley and I'm a National Nutrition Advisor for the Alliance for a Healthier Generation. I'm joining you today from Fayetteville, Arkansas. I support out-of-school time sites working to create a healthier out-of-school time environment by building a healthy eating culture and implementing policies and practices to support healthy eating and good nutrition. Today we will explore Healthy Eating O2 staff training from the Alliance for a Healthier Generation's Healthy Out-of-School Time Framework. This standard says, our staff regularly participates in learning about healthy eating grounded in effective training models using content that is evidence-based. Over the next few minutes, we will discuss what healthy actually means when we talk about food, as well as what it takes to create a healthy eating culture. This information is meant to be a general overview of evidence-based healthy eating content. It aligns to the Healthy Eating O2 best practices in that it is comprehensive, evidence-based, does not support a particular industry or food sector agenda, and is delivered by qualified personnel. Before we dive into what healthy eating means and how to create a healthy eating culture, let's examine for a moment why these practices are so important, especially when we are talking about young people. Nearly 1 in 3 children in the U.S. today are classified as overweight or obese. Children today have a shorter life expectancy than their parents for the first time in over 100 years. About 16% of youth today are overweight to a degree that affects their health. As compared to normal weight youth, severely overweight children miss 4 times as much school. They also often suffer from depression, anxiety, and isolation from their peers. In addition, children today are often overfed yet undernourished. It is important for youth to be well nourished. Poor nutrition interferes with cognitive function and performance in the areas of language, concentration, and attention. It is also associated with lower academic achievement. Chronically undernourished children are often more irritable, have difficulty concentrating, and have less energy. They are also more likely to become sick, therefore missing more school and increasing absenteeism. Now that we've examined the problem, let's explore 5 easy steps young people can take to lead healthier lives. 1. Get physically active for 60 minutes a day. 2. Drink primarily water or low-fat or non-fat milk and 100% juice with no added sugar. 3. Eat fruits and vegetables with every meal. 4. Limit screen time to 1 to 2 hours a day. And 5. Get at least 9 hours of sleep every night. Today we will focus on the nutrition steps, but all are important to help kids lead overall healthier lives. When we talk about healthy eating, what does that actually mean? We hear nutrition tidbits everywhere these days, so how do we decipher the correct information from the misinformation? Let's go back to basics. The My Plate graphic is a great representation of a healthy plate, and it is very easy to take in and remember. We want to focus on fruits and vegetables, ensure we are making half of our daily grain choices whole, and get in our lean protein and low-fat and non-fat dairy. Fill half your plate with fruits and vegetables. And be sure to get a variety of fruits and vegetables every day. Try to eat a rainbow every day. Fruits and vegetables may be fresh, but they can also be canned, no or low salt for veggies, or canned in their own juice or water for fruit, frozen, or even dried with no added sugar. When shopping for fresh produce, save money by buying seasonally. When certain items are not in season, buy them frozen, without added fat and sugar, just the fruit or veggie. In addition, buy produce in its simplest form. Pre-cut costs more. When you get home from the store, get fresh produce ready for the week. Wash and chop what you can. Utilize snack baggies for easy grab-and-go options. If you have children, put cut-up fruits and vegetables at eye level so it is easy for them to grab when they go for a snack. Do you need ideas for using produce? Try making soups and stews. Freeze leftovers in individual containers for quick meals on busy nights. Use ripe fruit in smoothies. Try grilling or stir-frying fruits and vegetables, or load up an omelet. Don't be afraid to try new things. Make at least half of your grain choices each day whole grain. When shopping for grains, look at the ingredient statement. The first item listed should be whole grain, wheat, rye, etc. Experiment with different grains. Try quinoa or barley salad, for example. Load it up with fruits and vegetables for a nutrient-packed lunch or dinner side. Choose lean protein choices. Notice that protein is only about a quarter of the plate. And don't forget that protein is not just meat and poultry, but also includes seafood, beans and peas, eggs, and nuts and seeds. To keep protein choices lean, trim away all of the visible fat from meats and poultry before cooking. Cuts of meat with round or loin in the name tend to be leaner cuts. Buy skinless or remove skin from poultry. Broil, grill, roast, poach, or boil meat, poultry, or fish instead of frying. Drain off any fat that appears during the cooking process. Choose and prepare foods without added fat or high-fat sauces and gravies. And don't forget to choose non-fat or low-fat milk, cheese, and yogurt. Whether we're talking about snacks or meals, nutrient-dense foods that fit into these food groups are going to help keep us fuller longer. When eating snacks or meals filled with sugary, fatty foods, not only do we not get the nutrients we need to stay active and engaged, but we also do not stay full for as long. For example, yogurt and fruit will keep us fuller for much longer than a fruit drink and chips, as will string cheese and a whole grain cracker as opposed to a snack cake and fruit chews. Let's take a minute to reflect on the concepts we just went over. Pause this recording and make note of 2 strategies you might use at home or changes you might make to the foods you eat. Snacks, meals, vending, and on-site stores or markets are the traditional places where we think about making changes to the foods being sold or served. However, it is important to ensure that your healthy eating message is being interwoven into all aspects of your program. This helps with consistent messaging and making sure your message is effective. For that reason, we also want to think about fundraising, celebrations, and rewards. Consider non-food fundraisers, such as the a-thons we all remember, the walk-a-thons, run-a-thons, bike, dance, skate. Just get active. If you're having a family celebration night as a fundraiser, such as a cookout or pizza party, think about what healthy options could be served instead of or in addition to what has traditionally been done. For example, can you have healthy sides such as cut up fruits and veggies with your pizza? Or can you make it interactive and everyone adds their own healthy toppings to a plain cheese pizza, for example? Ever thought about fruit pizza? It's delicious. Have water or 100% fruit juice instead of sugar-sweetened beverages. What about whole grain buns and a veggie topping bar at a cookout? Again, think about what healthy sides you could bring to the cookout, and maybe you don't make all of the changes at once. Making small changes and promoting them as you hold your fundraisers is a great way to get the community involved. Celebrations are the same. What healthy options can you bring to the celebration instead of the traditional sugary foods? What about a yogurt parfait or smoothie bar? Popcorn is a great celebration food. Again, ensuring you have a consistent message. Next, rewards. Providing food based on performance or behavior creates a potential lifelong habit foundation of associating food with personal achievement or lack thereof. This undermines nutrition education and teaches kids to eat when they are not hungry. It's a best practice never to use food as a reward or punishment. Alternatives might include raffles for prizes. Perhaps the prize can be donated by the community. The participant gets to choose the activity or choose the music. Pause this recording. Think about celebrations you hold at your site or as fundraisers. Jot down one healthy change that could be made during a celebration on your reflection document. Let's talk about snacking for a moment, as many of you may be providing after-school snacks or snacks throughout the day during summer programs. Snacks play an important role during the day because children get hungry. And if they're focused on being hungry, they aren't focused on the activities, whether they are physical activities or educational activities. Fill up snack time with nutrient-dense foods. Again, plenty of fruits and vegetables, whole grains, lean protein. Lean protein choices for snacks might include nuts or seeds, and low-fat or non-fat dairy such as yogurt, milk, and cheese. These are some examples of great kid-friendly snacks. Try smoothies. You can have youth make their own smoothies in a Ziploc baggie. Just use frozen fruit and non-fat yogurt, vanilla works well, and place in a baggie. Make sure it's closed. Have the children squish it around, then pour it into a cup to enjoy. Try frosty fruits. Frozen fruit is a great refreshing snack in the summer. Consider freezing your own fruit if you are able. Frozen grapes are a huge hit with youth. Youth love to dip. Yogurt makes a great dip for fruits, vegetables, or even whole grain crackers. Trail mix made of nuts and/or seeds and no sugar added dried fruit is also a fantastic snack that children can make themselves. Experiment with different fruits. Avoid adding candy. Consider having youth put together fruit or vegetable kebabs. If you are able, let kids take charge. Anytime youth get involved in the process, it increases the likelihood they will accept and eat the healthier options. They like to experiment and are proud of what they produce, so let them take on those experiences. Youth needs to be filled with the good stuff. Snacks are important because youth can't concentrate when they are hungry, but snacks should be foods that will stick with them and fuel their bodies. Don't be afraid to make food fun. Let youth be inventive as a project. Maybe you don't have resources or facilities to create snacks there, but do a recipe project, something that they can take home, do at home, and report back. Now let's take a look at what components go into creating a healthy eating culture. Staff training should be comprehensive, evidence-based, and neutral. It is also important for information being delivered to be done so by qualified personnel. It is important for staff to be reminded how healthy eating and physical activity play a role in supporting healthy behaviors among children. Good nutrition is not only necessary in order for youth to be active, but well-nourished children are also better learners and tend to behave better. Out-of-school time is a great place to introduce youth to healthy foods and provide them with the education and support needed to adopt healthy habits for life. Nutrition education is similar to staff training in that it should be evidence-based, neutral, and delivered by qualified personnel. It is important for staff to model healthy behaviors as well. If you have healthy eating goals and guidelines around food sold and served at your site, it is important that the staff not bring in foods or beverages that would not meet those goals or guidelines. Eat with youth. Talk with them about what they are eating. When healthy eating practices are started for children, often staff benefit as well. Creating a healthy eating environment would include things like prohibiting the marketing of unhealthy foods and ensuring the marketing and materials at a site encourage healthy options. For example, posters about fruits and vegetables or water. This would also include having the facilities and the capacities that would support healthy eating practices, such as sufficient kitchen or storage space. If an outside entity supplies the food, ensure that they are aware of your goals and adhere to them with the food that's being brought in. Support from the top is also important for successful changes to foods being sold or served. It makes a huge difference when staff know that they are implementing practices that are supported by everyone in their organization, especially their leadership. Finally, let's talk about getting young people involved. Anytime you can get children involved in the process, especially when making changes to foods sold and served, do it. Tell them what you are doing and why, then involve them in the decision-making process. Young people are much more likely to accept new products if they have a choice in the decision, so find out what they want. This will ultimately help ensure they are buying and consuming healthier items. Taste testing might be a good project to tackle in the summer to prepare for the next school year. If you're looking at nutrition education curriculum, have the kids help choose the curriculum. Find out what appeals to them. Engage them in helping to teach the lessons. This teaches leadership and responsibility. Conduct a survey to find out what youth like and don't like. They love to give their opinions. Better yet, have them be responsible for the survey. Iron Chef contests, recipe contests, poster contests are other ways that you might engage young people and get them excited about the new healthy options. If you use social media, have your students create a social media campaign to get everyone excited about what is coming. Don't be afraid to get youth involved in every aspect of the process: marketing, selection, preparation, and cleanup. This helps them not only learn about the importance of healthy behaviors, but also to take pride and ownership in it. Pause this recording. On your reflection document, write down 2 healthy eating projects that youth at your site could help with. As mentioned at the beginning of this learning opportunity, this information is meant to be a general overview for Healthy Eating O2 staff training. It aligns to the Healthy Eating O2 best practices. It was comprehensive. We discussed multiple topics. It was evidence-based. For example, it included information from ChooseMyPlate.org. It does not support a particular industry or food sector agenda. No company names or agendas were mentioned, and it was delivered by qualified personnel. I'm a registered and licensed dietitian. This is a preliminary staff training module and can and should link to future trainings described in the best practices for the Healthy Eating O2 standard. This presentation can be used to coach out-of-school time staff throughout the year, as well as for new employee orientation. Watch for future on-demand staff training modules to help you excel in the Healthy Eating O2 standard. Please visit host.healthiergeneration.org for additional resources and tools to help you implement the standards in the Healthy Out-of-School Time framework. In addition, please reach out to me anytime with questions about healthy eating practices and making change at your site. Thank you for your time today.